shooter. Let's go back to 7 News Detroit reporter Faraz Javed. He's been on the scene with us since 11:30 this morning, letting us know exactly what has unfolded. So let's get an update from him.
Carolyn, I quickly want to jump into an interview with a survivor right now over here. Paula. Paula was in that vehicle. You were in that car when the shooting happened. You were inside the church.
I was inside the church.
You were inside the church. So walk me through what happened.
Okay, we went to church. We sat down. We had just gotten done with our sacrament, the sacrament portion of our meeting. One of our counselors was up speaking, and we heard a big bang, and the doors blew. And then everybody rushed out, and we went through the church and out through the parking lot. They were trying to get us down to the lake. But the lady that I was trying to help out, she couldn't make it that far, so we got us back up in the parking lot and got us into the Taylor's car. When we got in the cars and we flipped around, and that's when the shooter started shooting at the car. And Brother Taylor is fine. It hit his hand, and then we got over there and we came here, and these nice people let us in, and we've been here since.
I'm so sorry for you to experience something like that. Words will never be enough to tell you how scary of a situation this was. 10:30 this unfolded.
Yeah.
When you heard the loud bang, when you heard the gunshots, what was going through your mind at that point in time?
Surreal. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what was going on, and I didn't know if we were going to have to get down because we couldn't see anybody. You know, we couldn't see. So I'm not sure if he came in the building or not because he was outside, you know, obviously when we. So, but it was just scary. I mean, I came to worship my Savior Jesus Christ, and I didn't expect this to happen. Of course, you know, it has, you know, it's, and I've lost friends in there.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
And some of my little primary children that I teach on Sundays were hurt.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
So it's very devastating for me. I'm glad that I'm all right, and Brother Taylor and the people that are okay got it out okay. But I mourn for the people who lost loved ones and whose loved ones are hurt.
We all pray for the families and the victims impacted in this. Can you tell me, was there security at the church?
I'm not sure what the question is. I mean,
do you have security at the church? No. So there's no security at the church. No. Are you hearing about, was the suspect a parishioner or someone completely unknown?
We don't know who. I don't know who he was. I don't know if he was a parishioner. None of us know.
Okay.
We always know, and we just know that he's deceased, but we don't know.
Paula, you know, obviously.
I hope it wasn't a parishioner, but.
Looking at this situation right now, we're looking at, you know, multiple law enforcement agencies over here, multiple fire departments, first responders. What are you seeing right now?
Devastation. Oh. Charity, I'm on TV. I got to go. I'll call you right back.
So
that was a family
it's
member.
Totally understand. I can understand family is really concerned right now. But
oh, yeah, I'm the mother.
So once again, you were telling me you see devastation right now.
Yeah, I mean, our church is gone. I joined the church 38 years ago in that building, and now it's gone. 38 years in that church, and it's gone.
I was told that there were about 150 parishioners in there at the time.
Oh, easy. Men, women, and children, yes. Yes. And it's devastating to know that I lost friends, and you know, it's just to see somebody would do this to my church.
I also believe that you're cordoned off right now, just like myself. We can't really leave this area. I just also want to show to our viewers and back in the studio that we are kind of cordoned off by law enforcement over here, so you can't get back anywhere. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself? At what time did you get here this morning? Where did you come from? And where are you trying to go at this point in time?
Well, I live in Fenton, but I pick up my friend Rose here in Grand Blanc, off of in Thornridge Apartments. We got to the parking lot at 9:33, like I used to do. Went into the church at 9:40, and then sit and talk to my friends and stuff. And then church started, and we went through the service. We sang our songs, and you know, it's just devastating. You know, I mean, everything was going well. We were, you know, We were worshiping our Savior, Jesus Christ, and then this happens. But it's not shaking my faith. You know, it's, I don't know what happened, and I don't know why, and probably never will.
At some point, the physical healing will begin, but the mental and emotional, will that ever begin?
I don't know. I don't know. I just pray that it does.
Paula, thank you so much for sharing that with me.
You're welcome.
I really appreciate that. And guys, I want to quickly take you once again to this car right here. This is 46-year-old Brian Taylor's vehicle. I got a chance to speak to him just after 11:30 when we got here. He described to me as one of the parishioners at the church. He heard the loud bang, comes out of the church, sees the suspect firing multiple rounds, and that's when he gets into his car with his wife. His son runs in a different direction, hides underneath a bench, from what I recall. I did that interview a few hours ago, and that's when he starts to drive away. Brian Taylor, who owns this vehicle, starts to drive away, and the suspect turns at him and fires multiple rounds. I'm going to try to see if I can show you the bullet hole. It's basically on that windshield right there. Hopefully I'll get some tighter shots, but right there on the driver's side, you can see another bullet hole as well. Some glass fragments hit Brian in his hand. When I met him, he had blood all over his shirt. He was shaken. He was scared. He was emotional. His wife didn't even have the power to speak on camera. I tried to speak to her. She was like, "I'm going to be too emotional to talk about this." And that was just the vibe from pretty much everyone that I spoke from right here at this location. The residents who live here, the parishioners who ran from the church, who came on this side for safety, because people were running in every direction. I did also get a chance to speak to multiple survivors. One of them was telling me she had just stepped outside the church to get something from her vehicle. She sees the suspect ram the car once and then twice. That's when she realized that this wasn't an accident. She knew in her heart something was wrong about this. She went inside, pulled her kids. She has 5 kids. She could grab as many as she could, ran towards the car, got inside, and obviously at that point the suspect had opened fire. Her husband is an ER doctor. He was at the church as well. He tried to help victims as many as possible. I believe he rushed with some of the victims to the hospital, where he's helping them as we speak. I'm going to try to see if I can speak to her at a later time, but once again, just want to show you that that's the church right there that Paula was talking about. It is burnt. From what we can see, the cool down process has begun, and I'm going to be here trying to see if I can get more people for you guys to talk to. Back to you guys.
Faraz, thank you so much for being there on the scene since 11:30. Your eyes on the ground have...
At the church, as soon as he heard a loud bang, he came out. He saw a car had rammed into the church. He took his wife, he ran towards his car, and that's when he started hearing gunshots. At one point, the suspect, he tells me, also pointed the gun at him and fired at his car. I am looking at the car right now. It's riddled with bullet holes. I see 3 gunshots right now, 2 in the front windshield, 1 on the door. His hand was shot. I believe it was from fragments that pierced his hand. He's all right as of right now. I did get a chance to speak to him on camera. We're going to have that interview later on today. Once again, this is a very fluid situation. We're also hearing that the suspect is down. I'm working to confirm with law enforcement what exactly that means. We'll have, obviously, more details, both on air and online. And once again, this happened around 10:30 this morning. We're hearing 8 people were shot. We're hearing there was an explosion that possibly led to the fire, the church catching on fire. I also want to share that there were about 150 people inside the church at the time. That's, once again, what people have been telling me at the scene, and hopefully we'll have more for you when we come back. For now, it's back to you.
Let's go to 7 News Detroit reporter Darren Cunningham. He is in Burton in front of the suspect's home. Darren, what are we learning about the suspect?
Yes, well, during the chief's press conference, the Grand Blanc Township's police chief's press conference, he did mention that several search warrants would be executed to include the suspect's home. And so we're right down the road. There's a perimeter set up here. You've got investigators from FBI, state police bomb squad is here. We just saw them operating what looked to be a robot or robotic device moving towards that home down the road. Local PD, of course, here, among others. And as it has been stated, all we know at this time is that the suspect is a 40-year-old man from Burton. So many questions, and investigators are hoping that they will find a number of those answers inside of the suspect's home here. It's unclear if the suspect lived with anyone, if anyone is currently home at the time. These are all answers that we are trying to get while we're out here. The chief mentioned that they'll be executing a search warrant for cell phone records as well, trying to get into the suspect's mind, again, searching for a motive. And so we will continue to stay out here and get the answers and bring those to you as soon as we can. Back to you.
Darren, can you hear me? You can hear me from the studio, right, Darren?
Yes, I can, Carolyn.
Okay, so you said,
yes, I got you, Carolyn.
You said right down the road. How close from the church are you?
It took about 8 minutes.
So about 8 minutes.
About 3 miles.
So
it was 3 miles, 3 mile drive, 8 minutes. Yeah, it's very quick.
So that suspect lives right in that community. I know you're not showing us his home right now, and you said, I'm sure they are worried about, you know, a bomb situation, because if he set off some kind of explosive device in that church this morning, that's why they have, you know, a bomb squad and robots going in, right? Can you see the robots going inside that home yet?
Absolutely. Well, they just took the robot out of this state police bomb squad truck here, right here close to us. They were operating that. They've got a drone right now in the middle of the roadway. And so, as you mentioned, as you can imagine, if this person, this suspect, would do this to this church, who knows what is in his home. And so out here, they are clearly taking every precaution that they can to be able to get inside safely and recover what they can to try and get some answers.
Brian, right now I can see blood stains on your shirt.
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
So we were driving away. We were trying to gather as many people as we could. There was a couple of elderly ladies that we were trying to get into safety, so we got them into our car. I saw the active shooter come out of the building, and at that point I just started trying to drive away. He pointed his gun at our car and fired 3 shots. 2 of them went through our windshield and just missed me, and luckily everybody else. I think this is just glass shrapnel that got me. And then we got out, and then now we're just trying to kind of find out why and how and what happened.
Brian, I don't have any words to describe what you're going through right now. How are you right now?
Shocked. I think I'm just sad. I'm worried about people that we attended church with, that we don't know the status of them. I already know a couple people that were killed, or at least one that it was confirmed.
I'm so sorry.
And we're just trying to find out kind of what's going on. I think it's just confused, I guess, right now is probably what I'd say.
Could you have ever imagined something like this happening?
You know, you see this kind of stuff all the time, and you just think, I guess it could happen, but no, not really. It makes no sense. It never will make sense why this kind of thing happens. Yeah, it's just sad.
Is that your car right there?
That is the
one which is taped?
Yeah.
Where were you going this morning?
What do you mean?
You were on your way somewhere?
No, we got out of the building because so the shooter came. He slammed into the building.
Okay.
With his truck. He had American flags, all over his truck. I'm assuming this is a political statement, but I don't know. We can't assume that. I guess we don't know. But as soon as we found out that he slammed into the building on purpose, I was pretty sure that then he might come out with guns drawn, and so we started running. I gathered as many people as we could, and I was driving out of the parking lot to safety when he started shooting at us.
Brian, just looking at the church on fire, the church that you were just there this morning, parishioners over here, people that you probably went to church with this morning.
Yeah.
Your condition right now, how would you describe this?
I'm happy that it wasn't worse for me and for my family. My heart and prayers go to those in the congregation that might not have been so lucky, and we're just waiting to hear right now what happened.